Welcome to the evening stream for Saturday the 16th of April 2022. Patch 2.4 went live today, but we are here getting ready for crafting. So what we're going to do in a moment, once I move these jewels around into something like the pattern in which I expect them, is we're going to do some gambling. We need to gamble 4 amulets and 6 rings. We did hit power gloves earlier in the day, and that's so I think her personal stash is now full. Just a quick double check of that. 1, 2, 3, 4 amulets and 6 rings, and here is a right mess, and I'll tell you why that right mess exists in a moment.
What do you need?
So we need 4 amulets, and 6 rings. Okay. We might just do a little bit of tidying up this other area. We have room here for, let's say, 3 more amulets. 3 rubies, 3 ammon runes, 3 jewels, and 3 amulets. Goodness knows what order they went in. Okay, now that leaves us that tab of the shared stash for anything we collect tonight, and we'll try and do this crafting when a few more people get on the stream. Now, I was trying to find I'm virtually certain I have a there's another one we could use. I know I have a Talrasha helm with an attack speed dual, but a steel skull would do the trick. Now the trouble is, and that's the reason for the mess here, is that Go Mule for D2R no longer works with any character that's been loaded into this game with patch 2.4. So we're operating entirely within the game for the shared tabs. We might have a quick look for it. I'm thinking of Julia's current mercenary. I would like to give him the rune word obedience, made in an ethereal spear, a man catcher, which has a breakpoint at 52. We can get to that breakpoint with a steel skull. In fact, if we alt tab out, we can run go mule for D2R, provided that the character is not being loaded in. Let's have a look where our ethereal steel skull is. There's a steel skull with a 40 enhanced damage duel. No, in fact, that's a pretty ordinary treachery. We can do a bit better than that. No. Her mercenary has also a vampire gaze. They don't all have vampire gazes. Oh no, so we've run him. Okay, so I now have to. Right. And we'll try again. I don't want to spend too much time doing this. I definitely have. I definitely have a character. Oh, there's one, but there's a ghoul's face with attack speed, but then he wouldn't have any lifesteal. Can't load Nereza. No, that's Endara's visage. It's around somewhere, people. We can always give him a steel skull. But I wanted the greater lifesteal. I might have a quick look in Composer. I don't think I've denoted it there as to where it is. For the Talrasha set. Two extra in set Sork E, okay. I think I've looked here. I definitely have one. Well, perhaps I don't. It's not in the ethereal base. Ah, there it is. There's our attack speed duel. Okay, we are going to... Right. There it is. Alright. We're going to bring in Smipel and swap the helms. Oh, that's terrible. We're going to do that. Right. Okay, let's do that. Now, so this will be a slight upgrade to Julia's gear. And I think the game is loading even more slowly. Oh, that wasn't so bad. Yeah, let's do it that way. Yeah. Okay, let's put that in the shared stash. That will do, and let's go and get Julia. Now this should all be done beforehand, people, but without Go Mule in operation. Now we're going to create the rune word obedience. I hope evidently it wasn't working in Spears when 2.4 first launched, but they say they fixed it. So if we do that,
I'll put that to good use.
there's one without any attack speed duel. So let's go and get Pius, Smiple rather, and just restore so his mercenary at least has a helm in case I forget.
I'll put that to good use.
I'm hoping that was okay. Right, let's go get the runes. Who's got obedience at the moment? Oh, Twin Set had it. It doesn't matter. We'll find Morbid. Right. Hell, Co, Thol, F, Thel. And we'll need, I've got a 5-socket man catcher base. Okay. Hell we have there. A Thol we can get out of runes A. Look at those again. Runes B, C, right. Let's try rune C for a start. There will be some gameplay this evening, people. I just haven't had time to sort this. Right, so here there's a hell. We want a co-rune. And we also want a fel rune. Amulet safety will have Thal runes, definitely. And we want Nethril, we'll get that out of runes A. Now I've already checked, I do have an ethereal. Oh, I've got pinched a couple of Eth runes out of that, have I? Is Ethel, I'm collecting Ethel Eth for Hell, Co, Thal, Eth, Fel. Right, now let's have a quick look and see what variables there are. Oh, we'll have a look while we're here. Spears FA, I think, had, yeah, there's a man catcher with 5 sockets. Right. Yeah. Let's have a look, people. At what variables we can get. On obedience. Was this one of these fixed ones? No, obedience fixed. Okay, well, oh no, this, yeah. Okay, resistances are a variable. Okay. So we need to find Spear FA and get the 5 socket on. We're just about there. Pick it up, hunt down all the way down the list. Right, and this will be quite some time, but Spear FB, Spear FA. Now there's our ethereal 5 socket man catcher. You see I've been collecting man catchers. Oh, there's a 6 socket ghost spear, but man catchers I've been collecting because the fast attack base always intrigued me. Alright. Let's go and get Julia. Now he currently has an Insight Partisan, so we're back to drinking mana potions or something, but I want to try this rune word in a spear business. Okay, let's double check. Hell, Co, Thal, F, Fel. I hope this works. Obedience. Resistance is 20, which I think is bottom. Okay, but we're going to give it a go. So his current damage is, oh yeah, this is a lot more.
I'll put that to good use.
But we are back to using mana potions. So we may even just put that there, just in case we don't like it. Okay, now we're in players 7, we're going to go back to players 5. And the point about his current gear is that he has now got 60 attack speed, which passes a break point at 52. So he should be now down to 4.5 frames per attack. Now what we were doing... Oh. We were losing him an awful lot, and that doesn't look as if it's going to change all that much.
Good day.
But let's go to players 5. Or have we already done that? No, we hadn't.
Not here.
Okay. Use that unique. Oh, I think he's clobbered it. I had real trouble. In fact, we are going to have real trouble. I'm hoping he'll be a bit better off now with that change of gear. Let's go back and get healed. So we'll go through the Stony Tombs a couple of times. It was good experience. She is now level 84, and I found the maggot lair.
How may I help you?
Oh, what I haven't done is assign the extra skill points. Right, Stony Tomb is just across here. Okay, now
Thanks.
you're stuck behind the jars. Yeah, there's another unit. This was an excellent set of them. It's just people were complaining about the lack of monster density here, but geez, there are uniques everywhere in this particular map scene. Nothing down here, but there's often a unique up here. I think we've already seen it, but there's often another one in here. And there's another one again. Where's the unique? What's that? Tancred's Crowbill. Okay, now there can be more uniques up here. All right. Yeah.
Good day.
The poison damage from the mages is pretty horrendous. Let's do that. Oh, hello, Frightened Swan. Yes, I've just actually sort of taken advantage of, I'll have to go home here, I've got poison damage. I'll show what I've done, as my first, well, not the first, or arguably the first specific thing I've done towards 2.4. I've made obedience in a man-catcher. Unfortunately, it's come out bottom resistances.
I'll put that to good use. I'll put that to good use.
But I've given him a Talrasha helm with an attack speed dual in it. And the point is that gets past the 52 breakpoint. And that attack speed breakpoint, it's 4.5 frames per attack. Whereas that for a Thresher occurs at 75. There's Vidala's barb, such as it is. Now we're in the Stony Tombs, I suppose. You know, yeah, is the other thing we'd here, of course. Oh, an antidote potion. I need that. And this has been. I watched some of Sweet Phil's stream, and he was saying this area wasn't much good for monsters. Jeez. Trying Novasaur. Oh yes, I'll get there one day. I've got. This is my third high level sorceress. Not that she's really all that high level yet. There might be 2 uniques there. In fact, there's another one, yeah. So there's 3 uniques in that, at least 2 and possibly 3 uniques in that room. No, actually another potion, am I? Hello, Jorm. Sorry, I'm all over the place here. Geez, I've used up a lot. Let's do that. So I've got something somewhere. We are in the Stony Tombs here. I don't know if you heard me talking to Frightened Swan. Oh, there's the Magnus Gloves. So this is definitely a TC-85 area. It is, despite what Sweet Phil said, it seems to be just full of uniques. We will sell that for gold. That's the problem. I'm having trouble keeping up gold to resurrect the mercenary. So the other thing I've done, Jorm, was I've given the mercenary obedience in a spear, a man catcher with its quick attack base, and given him a helm with an attack speed dual in it. So he's now past the 52 breakpoint. Now the chest is down to our right. But there may be other uniques up here. What room will have? I'm trying to sort of now play this character through the game. Oh, and she has, I forgot the most obvious thing. One piece of good news, when I loaded this character into the game, this Narja's set was found in LOD, but she's got all the set bonuses. Now it's a sizable boost to magic find, but the mercenary is still a little bit fragile. This is players 5. Oh, okay, yes, no, I got it, yep, I got a +1 to a shoot, +1 to skill of shooters the other day. Antidote potion, this time the mercenary's going to have it.
Thanks.
Now, we might do, it's slow, but geez, it's worth good experience in players 5. I've got about 6 skill points unallocated. I just no, we'll do that. Oh, he got killed by the poisoning. All right. Oh, no. Oh, that was a bit... Oh, what did he do? Does that thing teleport? Jeez, I wasn't watching. Well, that was close to a death. That was very close. Sort that out later. Just see if we can get to the chest. Not much there. Yeah, notice the now say 14 of 20, and where are the keys? That now says 10 of 12 instead of just a number. It's another change they seem to have made. Okay, is there anything here worth gold? I'm not seeing it.
may I help you?
We want to do that. So I'll be doing some crafting too, Jorm and Frightened Swan. We're just not keeping up the gold here. Well, as you can see why I've collected all these potions now. In fact, I don't remember them moving straight into the belt from the stash, but perhaps that's always been there. So we might do this a couple more times because it is worth good experience, or at least it was. I reckon two possibly will have another level, but it is tough going. Oh. Yeah, sorry, Frightened. Yeah, it will be blood stuff. So both blood rings and amulets. Hang on, I'll show you. So this is all amulets here. Oh no, there's a ring with a soul rune, but yeah, I couldn't, now that Gomule doesn't work, once a character's loaded into D2R 2.4, it won't work in Gomule. Okay, well, good, yep, no, because Jorm's here. So what we'll do, is we'll see if we can crib another level with Julia. If that's done, right, because we can advance her through the game. I'm sticking with players 5 here. That's tough enough without going to players 7. If we can, so we'll try and do another level, then the crafting, and then possibly advance Julia a bit more through the game. But as you can see, he's got pretty reasonable gear now, but still tough going. It's just too low a level. I hope with another attack speed breakpoint, which is where he was. In fact, no. He's probably up another couple because he had a partisan before. There's the uniques on the way to the Stony Tomb. I've gained 2 levels, I think, today. Actually, we don't have insight on anymore, so we're back to picking up potions. Yeah, Warcraft 3, Jorm, is that anywhere near the correct... I'm saying if you're waiting for Warcraft 3 discs, can I safely assume you're not playing the current version? I don't know anything much about Warcraft. Now, there's often a unique just round the corner here. The other thing we can do is freeze them. Yeah, I'm going to make a video, Frightened Swan, about the crafted stuff I have on my... I've actually got... Oh, there's one there. But that she didn't do that herself. I bought that in because I thought that was a rather good amulet for +1 to skills. And it tips her over the 63 breakpoint. So it's a sort of mix of self-found and supply gear. Oh, what's that one? There we are, it's a champion group. Unfortunately, a lot of lightning immunes down here, so... There we go, there's another unique group. freeze too. What a... Oh, sorry, I haven't read Jorm's comment there. What about me? Oh, okay, not much, Jorm. We're going to do some crafting, sorry. We're going to do some crafting of blood stuff. But we'll try and get another level. Do some craft. Most of Act 2 is okay. Alright, so static field isn't much use, is the gist of it. We're going to try and do some crafting when we've done another level. After that, we may advance this character a bit more through the game.
I can't.
Oh, forgot to do that. Now we've got... It's quick leveling but slow play because Players 5 is arguably a bit ambitious here. Oh.
Thanks.
Oh, let's get out of that. And see, could even be another unique in here. And there is. Alright, let's just take it one at a time. Is that the Holy Freeze one? Inferno, I'll denote that, but that's not all that worthy. In fact, I think I've described those myself as about the worst piece of set, worst, for a high level set. I think they're pretty ordinary. Alright, but there's another unique group in here. Oh, I'll have to back out again.
Thanks.
That one's cold enchanted, is it? Yeah. Now this is evidently now a treasure class 85 area. So it's another, but I said what surprised me just how many, at least on this particular map, just how many uniques there are. Sweet Phil was complaining this area didn't have many monsters. I'm getting 3 in the one room on some occasions.
I am overburdened.
It just shows normally nothing in, no uniques in this. Oh. Normally no uniques in here, but there can be 2. I think I've even had 3 in this room here. There we go, there's another one. Oh! Wasn't expecting that. Now, is there another unique group in here? Hello, Ole. Sorry, Mr. Ole. As usual, the character is in danger. Oh, welcome back. We are in 2.4 Ole. I'm trying to do a few things that are 2.4 specific, like playing in the Stony Tombs. I'm might even wait out this curse, in fact. So the mercenary has obedience in a spear. We may bring in the summoning necromancer. He's now level 95, much to my surprise. I actually don't want uniques in here. We've got the real trouble in this place here. There's one, yep. We can freeze them. We'll do that. But the poison damage is horrendous. I'm hearing Blessed Aim, we're going home. It's just slow going. It's slow to kill the monsters, but it's very good experience.
Good evening.
Now we're going to do some crafting olay of blood items. Just do that, I think. But we're going to try and get another, or close to another level. If anybody has to leave, say so. Give me a bit of warning and we'll do the crafting straight away. Alright, we've got Blessed Aim somewhere. The chest is down to our right. There's the Blessed Aim. You can freeze them. The mercenary can knock them down after that if needs be. Oh, geez, the poison damage, that was just horrendous. Let's do that. Now, where was the Blessed Aim? Come on, you, there. Okay, something's cursed as well, is it? I think that was the unique going down. Come on. Yes, it is Ole, sorry. Perhaps it's a great idea to... Yep. As I understand it, yeah. But people didn't think... Oh, people didn't... it's just... This particular... Oh, there's another one? In fact, that's more or less... Oh, geez, it teleported. But there seems to be two uniques in this room. There's one there's one in the chest down to our right, and I think there's often another one up here. So as people are saying, there's no monster density in these things. Well... Oh, didn't need that. No unique. No, poisoned again. Oh. I tell you, we may even buy some antidote potions. That's convenient. Hello, Emilius. Geez, everybody's back. Sorry, and I'm hardly paying attention. I'm sorry, I'm having to really concentrate on the character here. Yes, all is well, Emilius. We're running 2.4. We've done it. I've got a few 2.4 specific things going, notably Narja's set and its bonuses. Yes, I am using Narja's set. This, I said to the others, I didn't have to find a new Narja's set. When I loaded this character into 2.4, lo and behold, there are all the new set bonuses, particularly the big Wonder Magic Find. So that's 1.5 per level. That's substantial. So I'm thinking this is going to be a pretty decent, like, you're only occupying 4 of the 6 slots for gear. So it's going to be, in my opinion, a pretty decent caster set. Okay, that was the blessed aim I was hearing. Yeah, and there's going to be another unique when we get down to the chest, I think. Yes, it is nice. I've been... Oh, that one's immune to fire. Let's go out here. So, just by changing to the new version of the Narja set, I think a magic find was, not much, but it's now comfortably over 200, 238. Jeez, it's really tough going at the moment.
Thanks.
We're going to get some antidote potions next game. Oh, don't do that. We should do the crafting. Yeah, put it. Okay, that's a fair idea, Frightened Swan. So what we'll do, people, let's finish off this run, and then we'll do the crafting. We might get more later on, but we've certainly got enough of the regulars. There's another unique group. There's 2 in this room with the chest. Players fight. Just the mercenaries, a bit fragile here. Not as if he's got terrible gear either. He's got maximised resistances. Now that one we can freeze and let the mercenary knock it down. We can't do that. Okay. Did I hear a rune? Jeez, I did that right. Okay. Yeah, we've got, see, I reckon another couple of runs like this will have another level, but I think in doing the crafting now is a pretty decent idea. Anything else? Let's grab that town portal. Right, let's get back to town and rearrange this stuff. Yeah, what have we got? 5 viewers. Yeah, no, that's lots. Well, oh, we got Melius, Ole, Jorm, Frightened Swan, and Ole. Okay, no, that's, I think we'll call that a decent crowd. There's the problem though. In fact, that's the other reason why we should do some crafting. To clear the rubbish. Yep. I did hit power gloves earlier in the day. Another barbarian torch from the Ubers. Goodness knows how many barbarian torches I've got now. They are all barbarian. The one we got today was that one. But thankfully we did get our third sorceress torch last week. So this character can have a torch a bit later on. We want to sell that for gold.
It is an honor to serve you.
Yeah. Okay, we are slowly building up gold, but geez, we were down. Okay, let's go and get Chocolat to do the crafting. I think check what else was trying to make a barbarian. Well, I've already got a couple of them. That was how I started Frightened Swan, was to make a barbarian called Twin Set just to play through the game, but it was a bad upgrading. Yes. I'm not even certain what the mana burn bug was. You lost all your mana if you got hit, but okay, I've seen it explained, and evidently it was more than they intended. Okay, so we've already got stuff loaded in here, and then we go to there. Right, one thing at a time. Let's start here with an amulet. We will sacrifice that one. Dual leech. No, let's go. Not really. No. To me, the mana burn, right, if you got hit by a mana burn monster, you lost all your mana. Well, but according to, that was more severe than was originally intended. With perfect, yes, I do that as well, Frightened Swan. In fact, I do have, without meaning to show, I've got a 220 fast cast amulet for Sorceress and a couple for Necromancer. But what do you do with the excess jewels and rubies and stuff that you accumulate if you don't craft with them? You can use them to roll charms, I suppose. There's dual leech, but not really. Not for a traps assassin. Let's do the last of the amulets. No. What are we guaranteed for blood amulets? Frightened Swan, you are guaranteed lifesteal and run walk, I think. Now for rings, you'd be happy to take that if you're playing melee on your own. Oh, Eric, we've just done a little bit of crafting. Geez, rubies actually. Your rubies are for blood stuff, and sapphires are for hit power. No. No. So you can get Jorm and Maxim, or other people, not just Jorm, you can get up to, you're guaranteed 1 to 3 from the formula, and you, so far so I'm doing 2.4 specific things, and I must admit that's contributed to this Julia the Sorceress levelling a lot more quickly. We're going to come back and try and get a level for her a bit later, and then progress a bit through the game. All right, now the rest of it's going to be a mess. People are going to sell those. Yeah, she's down on gold, but okay. Okay, I'm listing Eric. Yeah, or I'm looking more accurately. There's 35,000. Oh yeah, but we're on to amulets. Yeah, then we're likely to sell for. Holy. Okay. Who was it? Dark Masterman saying he was running a Fist of Heaven's Paladin in the Chaos Sanctuary and was happy with that. Well, we're in the Stony Tombs with the Fire Sorceress. Okay, I'll keep that. Okay. Because you might probably see her a bit later. Oh, in a few minutes, in fact. Now we're going to try and sort this mess out. No, I can't think of any better way. Oh, we can't do that in the shared stash. No more perfect rubies. Oh, they're all over the place. Doesn't matter, there's just no way around. Let's get the runes. So these are all going to be amulets. What do we got here? 15 of them. What's going on there? I've got more amulets than I need, have I? No, that's right, that's right. Yeah, that'll work. Cows. Yep. Yeah, there are lightning immunes. Okay, so static a field is subtle level of paladin. Okay. One guaranteed. Stuck with 1.13B. Oh well. Okay, now we can get here. Alright, so we have, was it 15 amulets? And we need an amulet. No. Okay, ruby, jewel, rune, amulet. No. My whole of max. Okay. I blame chat. Oh, she missed a llama, yeah. Oh, 10 run walk, but no, not really. No. Remember, it'd have to be something fairly spectacular to be better than what I've already got. Chinmay. Oh, okay. Oh. Edit out most of the fun stuff. Okay. I must have a look at his stream. Sounds quite interesting. Oh. Oh, sorry, I'm still on display mode here.
Help me.
Jeez. So I let that catch up. So I was still on... I haven't missed anything, people, but we were on display mode there. That's better. Oh, what have I got here? Oh, I've got 2 amulets. Oh, that's an unusual one. 10 run, walk, 10 fast cast, but still not really all that great. We'll move the cube, I think. Let's do that. Doesn't seem until Tuesday. Yes, true. 2 to assassin skills, yeah. Would have been, yeah, it would have been worth keeping there. I don't know if martial arts assassin is viable now. Oh, another strange one. 10 fast cast, dual leech, 8 run walk, but not much else. It's not worth level 88. Yeah, they're odd. Oh, there's another dual leech one. That's similar to the other one. That one's got 63 to life as well. 8 run walk, 10 fast cast, 8 mana, 4 life steal, 5 and 3, 10, 6. That's got 63 to life. 14 to, oh yeah, I think you're guaranteed life too on it. It's 2 amulets there. No. Not really. So I wouldn't mind bringing in the Bone Mancer and seeing, if we get more, more all the extra synergies from the bone skills. Again, +2 to all skills. That would be Bear Druid. Bruin the Bear Druid is still at level 1. Has never even got out on the Bloodmoor. We want that and that. No. All right, last one. But I'm glad you suggested it. No, I don't, despite those couple with cast rate, run, walk and dual leech. I don't think they're worth keeping. Let's just put that one in the corner. It's the better one of the two. And we'll sell the others. Okay, so she thinks that's only worth that much. Where's the other one? Okay. There's one with full gold. No, not that one anyway. There's full gold. We are going to sell that one, people. I just don't quite much. That had skills on it. No, we are going to sell it, people. And we will drop the gold off. Right, so she's now got some decent gold. We may we may at one stage take her back to her Tal Rasha set Lightning Origins too. Something else we may do. Okay. Now, what we'll do, I don't know what we'll do after the break yet, people, but we may run the summoning necromancer, because he's now level 95. Actually, I do like, look, that's the Nargis, that's nice artwork. I like that sort of golden look. Yeah. Oh, we got 9 viewers though. Having considered a 4-piece, no. I've considered it, but I've never used it. Yeah, I do have lightning, yeah. Okay. Yeah, I must have, I don't usually do, ooh. We down to players 5 yet? No, we don't even need to go to the waypoint. I got the far up. We could play Julie a bit more through the game. That's. But I enjoy doing that slowly. I'm not saying other people. Yeah, well, there are other streams where they want it done as quickly as possible. So that. Wasn't Nargis set buffed? Yes. Very much so. So now, apart from being, now you get +2 to fire skills, and 100. You get 1.5 per level of magic find. That's the big one for me. And I don't think that increased maximum life 12%. I don't think that was there. And you also get replenished life +20. I don't think that was there. Yep. No, I wouldn't mind running the full Tal set up to level 97. Oh, let's do that. That's a unique group. Just hold. There's unique groups everywhere. That's a, yep, champion group. Oh, come on. Why can't I? That's better. Okay, here we go. So there's the champion group. Sorry, alright, 4 people was telling me complete the set. Missing the most part of the vibe for ditching towels. Okay, so what are you missing, Jordan? This can actually get rather dangerous here. I reckon 2 more runs of this, we'll have another level. There's just uniques. I was surprised that people saying about how there was no. There's a, let's have that. Oh. I was expecting that door to be a closed door. There's nothing for him to, much for him to steal off is the problem. Now we can do that. What? No unique? Can do that and wait for the mercenary to knock them down. Oh, old man's with us, is he? Sorry, I've missed him. Jeez, my apologies. What have I done? Oh, there is old man. Sorry, old man. Jeez, was a couple of minutes ago. Is everyone concentrating like mad? We're trying to get this character next level, and then we will progress through the game. But this has been a really good spot for experience, though it's rather difficult playing. Oh, there we go. Speaking of Tal Rasha set. Let's have a look at the small charm first. Has that come out of the urn or something? 221. Compare it with the others, I suppose. In fact, that's about the best thing we found all day. Found a lot of stuff, but all of it low level. Now, how? I'll get to Eric's comment about 2.4 in a moment. What? No unique? Jeez. Okay, so we've got so 2.4 stuff is we've got Naja's set on. We have made obedience in a spear. Now, because he's got treachery in the 45 attack speed, I'm giving him a Tal Rasha helm with an attack speed dual in it, which gets him up to 60, which is past the 52 breakpoint, but it rolled bottom resistances. Well, that's just the way things turned out. We're in the Stony Tomb. What else? There was one other thing. Looks like strafe has been changed. Yep. Oh, actually, okay, seriously. The Tals orb, I've found so many of them. Okay, perhaps I've found more than my share then. Now here's where things can... Let's do that. That's in the unique group. But now, at least, not certain should have done that. Right, I have those gloves for crafting. But again, we're chewing through our potions. Right, right, we want those.
Impossible.
Oh, what now? Now, there's normally another unique group. Whoa. In fact, there's usually two in the room we're going to on the bottom left. I said I was going to get some antidote potions and I didn't. Said it's tough going, but the experience,
How may I help you?
well worth it in my opinion. Let's do that. Oh no, we've attracted a horde, have we? Okay, here we go again. Now there's normally two uniques in here. Okay, there's one anyway. We'll just have a look at the experience though. I think my estimate was right. This run and one more. Oh no, that's not what I had in mind. And then we'll try and advance through the game. So even if we just get into the Arcane Sanctuary. Yeah, there's another unit group down there. Hellforge plate, it's not a field, but it will sell. Oh, what are you doing? Oh, troll nest as well. Okay, we can make a couple of trips to town here. Let's grab the troll nest.
I can't carry anymore.
Good evening.
It is an honor to serve you.
Yeah. Oh, we did find a summoning skiller. What did take me a long time to get, Eric, on the Telrasha one was a 222. I've got a couple of them now, but that's something that took a long time to get. Let's do that. In fact, let's put these in the shared stash now, which is where they normally go. You can see why I collect so many potions. I just run through them like mad. Oh, there's a perfect diamond. Right, let's put that there. That there. Oh, did you? Okay, well, yes. Yeah, okay, thank you, because I don't remember it myself. I think I've only, like, you've got a 1 in 8 chance of getting a 2, having found one, you've got a 1 in 8 chance of getting a 222, assuming that's random. And it's, 50-50. Okay, I think I've got 2 of them. And I reckon I must have found about 20 of them. No, poisoned again. Jeez. It's just horrendous. I've got the death's gloves in the stash too, for what it's worth. Oh, that's amazing. I'm certainly not battling anything. Oh no, we've overcome now.
How may I help you?
I'd say this run and one more we'll have another level, and then we may do something. We'll certainly progress through the game a bit. Oh, mate. Oh, it's cursed as well, is it?
Thanks.
Not much point to doing this actually. That. All right. I think one more run down here, and we should have another level, I think. That'll, well, we'll be close to 9 o'clock. So, yeah, Morbid the Necromancer is now level 95. Still using the Tal Rasher set. I am, Eric, piecing together ever so slowly the video on using it. I did ditch a lot of it and start again. Oh, not start again, I did ditch a lot of it and record new material. I'm thinking I might even put out a short and a long version. I just think they were ones I didn't need. Oh, we will combine those. Oh. I've still got a Neph and a soul left over, and I don't know why. It's all the self-found stuff. That's a decent gold wrap. Let's get some...
How do I know I can try?
Let's do that. Oh. Now we're going to be awfully close to another level if we can survive.
Not in town.
Oh no. I really need to cold anyway. At least he can get his lifesteal going off then. Oh, is that it's a unique group. They are immune to fire, aren't they? Hello, Goneril. Geez, welcome back. Geez, everybody sort of chimed in here. Oh, jeez. That's some, yeah, okay. One of Players 5 is a bit adventurous at times, but wow, that's cursed as well. Let's go back and get healed.
Greetings.
Can we... Come on, you, get involved. Immune to cold. No, we've lost the curse. Yeah, well, welcome back, Gonald. Sorry, I'm concentrating. It's difficult play at the moment here. So I think we've got the player number up too high, but I'm hoping to get another level this run. Right. Now sometimes, yep, there it is. I was going to say sometimes there's another unique up here. That wasn't two of them, surely. Alright. Is there a unique in here? Whoa! Yes, they're a champion group anyway. I don't know what you've been doing in the game, Gonal. Oh, that's another pull. There's a potion. Oh, come on. Right. Surely we'll get another level just with the normal uniques that are There's another one.
Thanks.
What's he doing? There he is. Maroon. Yeah, we're going to get another level before we even get into the last Oh, don't do that. There's our level anyway. Right, it's a double unique group. Oh, bother. Been kept doing fairly well. Okay, Eric. Test a little bit. Okay. Well, I hope this, when this character gets a few more levels, and the mercenary is less inclined to get donged, because mercenary is just too easy to hit at the moment.
Yes, citizen.
I've now got 7 skill points, I think. I've got to read up on what Matsvik sent me about how you distribute points for a fire sorceress. So I won't do that tonight. Oh, jeez. We've got our level. Alright, there's a unique beetle group. You can still see the experience bar move with every monster that goes down. But let's clear out this other one and that will do. 840, let's go down the maggot. Oh. We can do other things, people. Oh. Oh no. Undersized with him a full potion or an antidote. Alright. Not that he's got such bad gear.
Greetings.
So I just cannot quite get in front on gold here. Oh no, we have actually gained a little bit during the day. Oh, there's a champion group. Oh, don't do that. Got it that time. Look at that small charm. We've got our potion back. Where's the antidote one? We still may need that. Right. No. Wouldn't mind doing something a bit easier after the break. Um, 220 passive skill gloves. Okay. Certainly use them. Oh. Yeah, so she's now level 85. In fact, Rakka had a rather good pair of, they were 220 and they had... Oh, immune to physical.
Thanks.
Still something in there. Oh, that's right. There's always a unique group in that corner. Oh no. Jeez, I held off on giving him a potion. Found all armor skills 220 gloves. Okay. I used 220 passive gloves because she made some on the way on the playthrough, but she certainly hasn't. I'll show you. Oh no, I can't. Yes, I can. Haven't put that character into D2R yet. Hang on, Eric. Before we go back down, I'll show you. Where are we? Right, where's Ratska's stuff? Yeah, that pair, 220, knockback, cold resistance 23, no. I thought it was a different pair. I thought they had magic. Oh, she's still using them. No. Oh, was it the bow was on? Oh. No. 220. Well, we are going to find them. There's my top pair of crafted gloves. I thought yeah, no, it's got to be those ones there. 2 to pass it, 20 attack speed, cold resistance 23. I thought I had a pair with magic find, but only had 10 attack speed. No, let's not get too silly about it.
Help!
Right. Okay, let's clear this lot out. $8.48. Whether we... Oh. Oh, what now? Have a look at the bramble mitts. We'll sell those for gold.
Thanks.
Okay. Okay. No, there's something there. I don't think that's a unique route for strip for change. Well, there's the Mavina belt. That's got Run Walk and Mana still, we don't need that. Okay. 851. Wondering what people... We can advance this character a bit more through the game. We could run the summoning necro around again. Ooh. False Emerald. 852.
Good day.
Good day.
We might as well make a start. Let's go back to players 3 at least. Well, now Beetle Burst is just down here. Ooh, rare thresher. What do we got? About 5 minutes. Well, we go right, straight in this one. Let's go down to... Let's try that again. Right. Don't like doing this at all. Oh, jeez, look at the size of the map. No.
I need mana. I need mana.
I don't think it was back here. No. Right. Alright, that's got me. Oh, it's right back near the entrance is what it is.
I need mana.
Oh. Well, wasn't that much ado? Geez, I'm glad I didn't go through the entire map. I don't think we'll worry about it. Yeah, right's over here. Okay, let's see if we can get the staff. That one's immune to fire, alright, try that. instead. No, don't like that at all.
I am overburdened.
Well, that's clearly not it. That's a unique route, yeah. Why can't I move forward? Alright, let's get this staff. Don't like the look of this. Oh, I can see it from there. Perhaps I should have made room. Oh, I should have checked I had room for the staff. Okay, no, let's go round. Feel a bit silly though. I'll be a bit late, but not outrageously so. The coal room's down. I'm just going to dash in there. Get the staff. Tempted to grab that ghost armour for gold. And we're out. Right.
The staff of King.
Alright, what are we going to do after the break, people? Wouldn't mind doing something a bit easier.
Stay a while and listen.
No, we've gained gold on the day, though we did lose the mercenary an awful lot. Perhaps we'll just go as far as the complete. We'll go into the Lost City and think again after that. Okay, people, let's resume. I'll sort out what to do with the skill points. 50 stat points is ludicrous. I can't imagine why we're going to need anything else but vitality, to be perfectly honest. What bit of gear could we get? We may, for example, want to put on Thunder God's Vigor. She's got that. Let's leave a few points, but let's just say leave 10. Thunder God's Vigor, Nature's Peace, Rising Sun. Alright, let's get the, now I found the entrance too. Over there, yep. Oh, hang on. We must have a town portal up. After that, we might as well bring back Morbid and march him on towards level 90. No, clearly I didn't. Jeez, didn't even look at the label on the town portal. Alright, let's do that. Let's not worry about that. We are definitely players. 1. Okay, let's get the staff. We might as well run Morbid around, I think, after that. Oh, mercenaries crowned it. Oh, I'm still here in blessed name. Jeez. Oh, we'll take them. Clearly, we'll probably do this play as 3. Oh, is this it, is it? It is 2. Do we want the Lost City waypoint? Let's get rid of the darkness first, I think. I think perhaps we may come back to the ancient tunnels at some time in the future. Oh!
I sense strong magic within this place.
No, it's fanaticism. More potions. Do I actually have that chip
I
diamond?
can't carry anymore.
I've no idea which way to go. Ooh. Oop. Oh no, geez, we got it right. That was blind luck there. Oh, good grief, not now.
Who would have thought that such
Right.
primitive beings could cause so much trouble?
That was not the time to have the... Okay.
Help the I've
Okay. Well, we're down to 3 viewers. Let's go talk to Drognin.
I've been researching the...
excellent. You
What, 922? To sit down and think what I do with the extra, but at level 85, jeez. Okay. Let's give Morbid a run, people, just to finish the stream. We may finish at 10:30, the nominal time tonight.
I can't do that here.
Right, a few things for iron golems here. Oh, we didn't do anything with that matriarchal pike. Malice lacerator. Found a Mara's kaleidoscope, I think yesterday somewhere or other. All resistance is 24. Rune Master, we used the Demon's Archer on it. That should be in the shared part of the stash. IthLF, Raoul Turtel Soul.
Not in town.
Okay, let's go. pick up what the golem's made out of, but I'm still a bit puzzled how all of a sudden the iron golem changed into a clay one. It's not another unique group, is it? Yeah, it's a champion group. That's a minute of fire anyway. Okay. All right.
The familiar scent of death. Man catcher. Not ethereal. Okay. Not in town.
Okay, fiends, mages. And serpents. don't think we need to. We can certainly revive a couple of serpents. Oh, an Ephraim, which we want for Malice. And we'll use an Ephraim to make the obedience for Julia. I don't think we're going to go with, worry about too many revives here. Okay. A couple of the serpents up. If they don't get shattered. I wonder if that flat damage on the golem, the iron golem now actually makes a difference. What now? Got to go back to the far right of the map. Okay. Now. Okay, Dark Lords we can usually handle. Ghoul Lords, whatever like they call themselves. Invaders. Okay, we've got Zealots and Hierophants. That's not too good a roll. Again, I don't think there's any particular need to have anything with revives in here either. The value from the damage from the skeleton mages seems supposed to have been upped a bit. So this might be a relatively quick run. Well, that's using it through. Oh, don't do that. Green Charm will have a look at the moment. Alright, let's have a look at the charm. No. What am I doing? Went to cast Frozen Armour there. It might also be time to start bringing back some of the higher level characters, those on the way to 96 to 97 too. Much as this has been really good fun from my point of view, it may be a bit on the slow side for looking at. Did I see fanaticism there or not? I did. Source. No monsters. Okay. Now. Okay, got mages. No, again, it's a fairly soft roll. Apart from the Doom and Olivia Knights, another Grand Charm. Cold resistance 20%. Do we need cold? We need fire resistance. I think we've got a better cold resistance charm in the stash already. Oh, I'm thinking of no, I'm getting tired now. I was thinking what Julia's resistances were. Well, so again, it's a fairly, into the world's going to keep level 3. I've had a fairly easy roll with the summoner tonight. So far. That took a bit of doing. Oh, it was unique. Van braces, there's the start of
I can't.
oh. Anyhow, there's the start of the next lot of hit power gloves. Don't need it. Okay, I'd say we're heading possibly for finish before 10:30 at this rate. Oh, we could always do the housekeeping too, now that we haven't got Gomiel. Okay, conviction up there somewhere. There it is. Perhaps this character is clearing just a little bit quicker. Though I said we have had a fairly easy roll for monsters. Oh, there's the scalper. That we have certainly made golems out of that, but I can't even what our current golem is. Put this stuff away. We might even do some housekeeping if we finish well before 10:30. Now that F rune, I think can just go to be the replacement for the one we use for Julia's obedience. Oh, we didn't identify the vampire bone gloves. Okay. So Herodrians. Now we hit level 95 on Wednesday. We're not going to get 10%. Okay, Dark Lords. Okay, so we're going to go through all three World Stone Peak levels with hardly needing to revive anything here. Come here, you. It's a champion, yeah. He's decided to ride, has he? Still not interested, is he? Here he comes. well off for gold. That's a unique route, and it looks like extra fast at that. Oh, heavens. Okay, down to 2 viewers, people. That means we will probably finish. Well, so we'll do some housekeeping if we get time. But we may finish tonight at 10:30. But we did have a number of people join in. Okay. But the only occasion I don't mind seeing extra fast monsters is right now. Because it just pulls them down out of the decrepify range. Now is he in there? The mercenary does all the work though. Here, yeah, there we go, I think. Oh, I tell you what, there's a nasty bunch of it. There is too. We're losing some skeletons. We've lost all the majors. What is... Okay, well, we'll have to do without mages, it looks like. We're not going to quite get to 10%. We hope. Yep. Yep, I think we'll do some housekeeping, saving yourself time tomorrow. Can't. Bone flesh we don't need. Let's have a look at the ring. Goodness knows how many low level things we found though. Okay, let's go back to town, given that we haven't got Gomiel. If LF so let's make a quick list of what we're going to need here. Loves hit power, blood. We're going to need runes A, blood. And I don't know what we're going to do with the matriarchal pike. Still, actually we'll try and socket that and see what we get. All right. Let's get Chocolat in and tidy up those gems. Those go with Fel runes, so we need to look at rune C as well. Okay. Oh, not there. The water room we want there. That's Glove's blood.
Good day. Good day.
Yeah, we're going to socket that. Now, do we need that nephron? I think we are going to put it there. Let's put it... That's the last one we need though.
Good day.
All right. Let's go and get... stuff to socket that weapon.
Good day.
Thank you.
Okay. We get 5. Obedience. We'll hang on to that. I'll stop and consider the let's see if we can, what do we need that summoning skiller? I don't think so. Goodness knows how long left to go to find necromancer charms. There we go. We'll put it there, we can always get rid of it later, I suppose.
Good day.
Well, I'll sort out what to do with those two tomorrow. Do we need that flawed ruby? That will go in runes C if we need it. And I don't think we do, but we'll look.
Good day.
No, we'll take it. And that, people, I think is about it.